Hey there, fight fans. Today in this video, when the legendary Jon Jones announced his move to heavyweight, not everyone believed that Bones would actually keep his word. In addition, the debut of him in a new division was incredibly delayed, as it took him almost 3 years before entering the octagon again. But finally, the fans who were awaiting for the return of the legend got their wish. And many analysts and many fighters predicted the defeat of Jon Jones. But Jones shut everyone up. Also later in this video, the UFC wants to hand over Stipe Miocic to Jon Jones, but Miocic doesn't quite seem very happy about this. As you remember, he met Jones' challenge with a stone face.
Stipe Miocic, I hope you're training, my guy. You're the greatest heavyweight of all time, and that's what I want. I want you real bad.
Not a single muscle was twitching on Miocic. Either he was very cold-blooded, or he was just maybe tired, or maybe he's scared of Jones. Then at the end of this video, we noticed another important thing. Jones no longer takes his eyes off of his opponents. As usual, Jones did not look his opponent in the eye, but this time he confidently looked Gane straight in the eyes. So, what happened? Why didn't he like to look his opponent in the eyes to begin with? But before we kick off this video, we do ask you to like and subscribe to the channel, as we will soon be at 50,000, so thank you in advance. Well, there was an immediate surge of energy as Jones entered UFC 285 with confidence and ease to help cement his status as the GOAT. It was immediately felt that Jones was in complete control of his emotions and the situation. This place was his domain, and he was the king of the octagon. Jones was very relaxed, calm, and collected. And it was clear that he fully believed in his victory. I mean, this was his home and, well, he's the master. But for Gane, it was a second chance to win the belt. Cyril had previously lost to Ngannou. The then reigning champion just destroyed Gane, who was relying too much on his striking skills to defeat him. However, that failure did not diminish Cyril's skill, as he remained the same very smart fighter. But Jones did not hide that he planned to use Gane's weakness in grappling. As the fight began with one of the very first blows, Gane kicked him right in the groin. After taking a few minutes to recover, Jones then tried to seize, and in the second minute, he easily laid Gane out on the mat, performing a perfect guillotine choke that then forced Gane to submit and end the fight. And the expression on Gane's face after the fight, well, kind of said it all. He didn't expect the match to end so quickly.
And look at Cyril Gane's face. He's surprised. He's like overwhelmed at what just happened.
And the reality of his defeat, well, it was written all over his face. Maybe deep down he knew that he couldn't beat the GOAT, but he didn't expect to lose so quickly either.
All week, Jon Jones spoke about how easy this fight could be, and nobody wanted to believe it.
Jones literally demolished Gane, who, let me remind you, was in very great shape. And now they are trying to throw Stipe Miocic in against the legend. But Miocic didn't seem very happy to be called out by Jones. So if you remember how Alexander Volkanovski behaved when Islam Makhachev called him out, he burst into the octagon, put on a show, and even staged an impromptu face-off right in the octagon. Or what about Aljamain Sterling or Triple C?
Hey, TJ Dillashaw, where the you at? You next.
Conor McGregor or Michael Chandler?
I got one dude on my mind, Conor McGregor!
They all did that. Now just look at poor Stipe. He listened to Jones calling him out with a stoned face. Not a single muscle even twitched, okay? So he, again, is either too cold-blooded or he's just tired of all the hype. Or maybe he got scared when he saw Jones's new look. His last fight in the octagon dates back to spring of 2021 when he lost to Francis Ngannou. And after that fight, Stipe had to be hospitalized. Now, a serious injury was avoided, but a miracle helped save him. And after 2 years of inactivity, well, Stipe can get much more serious damage against a very dangerous Jon Jones. Therefore, spare Stipe and give Jones the Russian beast in Pavlovich. Now that would be a crazy fight. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see as Jones's next fight, Miocic or Pavlovich? Write your thoughts down in the comments below. And moving on, one other important thing that we notice is that Jones no longer takes his eyes off of his opponents. As you know, Jones usually didn't like to look his opponents in the eye, but this time, he looked very confidently straight into Gane's eyes. It is worth noting that Jones is not the only fighter, though, who does avoid eye contact during a face-off, as many fighters have their own unique ways of setting themselves up for a fight. Some choose to look away to stay focused and block out any distractions. Some experts have also suggested that Jones's tendency to look away may be a reflection of his upbringing and cultural background. In some cultures, direct eye contact is seen as a sign of aggression or disrespect, and people are taught to avoid it to show respect or humility. Jones himself has said that he averts the gaze so as not to be drawn into mind games and to focus on his fight. I mean, after all, Jones himself knows why he avoids eye contact, but his track record in the octagon more than clearly speaks for itself. In the end, it is a psychological tactic, a cultural norm, or just personal preference. Jones's look only adds to the intrigue surrounding his fights. As fans continue to speculate and analyze his behavior, it's clear that Jones will remain one of the most enigmatic and compelling fighters in the UFC for years to come. That is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much in advance.